Good afternoon. My name is Wade Bergquist, and I am the Chief Marketing Officer here at Envision Capital Group. And the sole purpose of this video testimonial today is to speak about my friend and business colleague, Edwin Dearborn, as it pertains to his expertise in marketing, branding, and all things business growth in 2016 and beyond. Now, Ed and I had a chance to meet a number of years ago, and since that time, I've been adopting his business practices. I started getting his emails after we met on LinkedIn. A few months later, we had a chance to sit down and have coffee, and from that point on, I was hooked. And I was hooked for the sole purpose of Ed really thinks outside the box. And I was going to do kind of a blog post for him a number of weeks ago, basically a testimonial, if you will. And I thought to myself, you know what, there's a better way to do it. So yesterday I did a podcast. Today I'm doing a video. And if you're not familiar with the power of video, I highly recommend you speak to Ed because he is an absolute expert in that field as well. But again, really making sure that I'm getting your attention in the best way possible, because that's exactly what Ed does for companies as well. He'll always say, listen, if I can't get your client's attention, we can't do anything. And that's entirely true in today's space. You have to get companies' attentions first, and then you get the at-bat, and then you can literally sell your product or service. And that's really what Ed knows best. Now, what I particularly like about his approach is he starts with a very, very solid foundation. His number one question, for the most part, is always to a company, can I see your written marketing strategy? And 99% of the time, companies quite literally don't have a written marketing strategy. And I also like the fact that Ed is always talking strategy number one, budget number two, and how they literally have to come together to have an effective presence online. And speaking of online, his overall reach literally has taken him around the globe. Denmark, London, Sweden. He has a very prominent footprint here in the United States as well. He has written a book called Power Branding Secrets. And if you've not had a chance to read that publication yet, I highly recommend it because it's very, very practical. You can, quite literally, read a chapter on Monday and implement that same information on Tuesday into your business. He's really talking to the collective small and medium-sized businesses throughout the United States, and he genuinely cares about what he does. And before you hire any marketing professional, take a look at who they are as a person, how they treat their clients, what kind of return rate they have once they've worked with a company. And I know for a fact you're going to find that Ed is top-notch across the board in all of those areas. So with that said, Ed, thank you for all that you've done for me. I quite literally would not have this position at Envision Capital Group if it were not for Ed's expertise. We were just named to Inc. 5000's fastest growing companies for the 4th year in a row. And again, we are taking, from a marketing perspective, we're taking this company to a brand new level. And the practices that I've learned from Ed over the years are going to be on board with that initiative. So Ed, thank you again for all you've done. I know you're going to help a lot of businesses out there. In the event anyone would like to contact me, once again, Wade Bergquist, my number is 949-290-8364. I really feel that any testimonial that is given, that individual should be able to be spoken to if anyone out there has questions, and that's exactly why I wanted to provide my phone number. I believe in Ed, I believe in his practices, and I think he's a very, very good man as well. Until next time, you guys have a great afternoon. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.